Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Bad Brad, and unfortunately, a member of our family has passed away, and so I'm attending a funeral this weekend, and so Backstage with Bad Brad this week will not be live, but stay tuned, because this will be Backstage with Bad Brad, the best of. And I continue to be thankful for everybody that supports the channel and everybody that tunes in. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and we'll be back live officially before your eyes next week at the same bat time, same bat channel here on YouTube. So thank you, everybody, for your kindness and support, and enjoy the best of Backstage with Bad Brad. Woo! Woo! What's happening, y'all? How you doing? Bad Brad here, live. Backstage live, baby. Backstage live. Let me get settled. Let me get into it with you, man. Let me get all into it with you, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, come on in. Come on in, everybody. Now check it out. I got the brand new Hello Kitty Squire guitar. Now, if you're looking for something to get your kid something for Christmas, man, this is a super cool, man. Let me tell you something, man. Baby, that Hello Kitty guitar, man, it is something else, baby. And let me tell you something. You can get you one, man, at the Sweetwater link, man. I got me a good one at Sweetwater, and I put the link, man. I put the link. You're gonna have to make a reservation to get one, man, because these are limited edition. And this will eventually be Mia's guitar. And let me tell you something. The cool thing about this guitar is it even comes with a custom gig bag with pink. And dude, here's the thing, man. This guitar, I love single pickup guitars. And this has got a really cool sounding pickup. And it's just a really cool, look at that headstock, man. I don't even know if you're seeing it. It is cool as heck. Paul is running, he's got the wrench tonight. I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna take the shades off, and it's time to get serious with you here. This is the beginning. This is the debut episode of Backstage with Bad Brad. Paul is rocking the wrench. We usually don't need a wrench on this show because we've got such a cool... Woo! What's happening? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I started to play a little lick and my hand locked up on me. That's what happens to us old folks when we get a little old up in our age. I was trying to play a lick. I was playing it perfectly before the feed started, and then I got red light fever. That's what I was trying to play. There you go. All right, we got it nailed. Yes, indeed. How's everybody doing? It is Saturday, Backstage with Bad Brad. We're hanging backstage, bro. We're getting the flow and we're having a good time. What's happening, Dave? How you doing, brother? What's happening, everybody? We are live. It is Saturday night, backstage with Bad Brad, and tonight, Randy O is in the house, y'all. Give him a salute. Something else. All right, we're here. It's Saturday night. It's time to party, right? We're talking. All right. So if anybody's got, I know my wife is listening. I know you're listening. So if anybody's got a question for Randy O, I will read it and let him know what it is. You know, we don't have all night to do this. We could probably do this till 3, 4 in the morning, like a typical night on the strip. But we do have some time. We want to make sure everybody checks out the new single and say hey to everybody out there. But if you have a specific question for Randy O, the best way to get our attention is a super chat. Otherwise, we're just going to start rattling off war stories.
Get the super chat up. You got to pay this man. He's the hardest working guy in freaking show business. I don't know how you. I don't know if you're up, have a good attitude, and when I've tried it, I just get so burnt out. You know, you got to have the right attitude all the time. I can't fake it.
Man, I don't know. I feel like this last back nine of life, I'm like trying to make up for a lot of time when I was sleeping it off. A lot of decades.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but he said, "Would I participate in the decline of the Western civilization reunion tour?" Of course, I would. Oh, actually, Odin's going to play April 13th at the Rainbow, and Faster Pussycat's going to be playing. We just need to get a few of those other bands, but yeah, we would do it. You got something for us or what?
That would be a great tour if somebody would do that. Put together the Decline 2 tour. That would be amazing. Who else would we get? Who else could we get on that tour?
Had Lizzie Borden that was in the movie, I
Okay.
think.
He's still doing it.
They're doing it. I think he's pretty big from what I understand. But Faster Pussycat, Seduce. I don't really know who Seduce is, but they were in it.
What about London? Can we get London?
I don't know what. I don't know if they still play. I really don't know what anybody's doing, to tell you the
Yeah.
truth.
It's a lot of years ago, man. But you know, imagine that would make a great documentary, even just putting on one show.
Yeah, well, no, we've thought about it. What's my secret? I'm a carnivore. I pretty much am a carnivore. I weight real good, and I walk about 4 to 8 miles every day, and I eat a lot of pussy.
uh Cats. Yeah. Was Amish Mafia real? That I have no idea. But I'll tell you this, man. Reality TV is not it's scripted. I mean, pretty much, man, you're handed a piece of paper and here's what's going to happen. And they even like it's fake. Yeah. It's fake, bro. So that's the dealio with that, for real to realio. But yeah, so contrive. It's contrived, really. Hello, Pawn Stars. I think Pawn Stars has got to be. Look, look. We worked in pawn shops. Me and Mikey, right? And you could wait there for weeks before somebody famous comes in or some wacky thing comes in. It could be weeks of just mundane people, sawzalls pawning their tools. And now cops, I don't think that is scripted. Pawn Stars probably look, they probably have people come in that they know have good stuff because Sonny Landham, man. So Michael just mentioned one of the pawn shop clientels. There was a Hollywood actor named Sonny Landham, and he was in, I think, was it Beverly Hills Cop 2 or something like that? But Sonny Landham, man, he comes in. Sonny Landham. Let's see if I can find my shades. Sonny Landham comes in, and he's got his Elvis shades on, man. And he comes in, and I want to give me a chain, man. I need me a gold chain. Sonny Landham. He literally, dude. Sonny Landham was in full on Elvis mode. He had the black hair, and he had the shirt with the open thing, and he's like looking at jewelry. Sonny Landham, man, Predator, 48 hours. Man, Sonny Landham, yeah, nice to meet you. He was totally like, it was like he was in Elvis mode, dude. Let me tell you something, baby. I could definitely do an Elvis impersonation, man. I could do a really good one, man. He was Billy Bear in 48 hours. That's it. He was Billy Bear in 48 hours. That was one of those unique. That was one of the unique characters. And I don't think Sonny Landham wasn't pawning anything. Sonny Landham was in there to buy jewelry. And wasn't he American Indian or something like that? He definitely had that. He just had that Elvis vibe. Give me my friggin' jewelry. Is that what he said, Michael? Did he say that? Give me my friggin' jewelry, Ernie. That is funny, man. I was just funny that Michael brings that up. I was just thinking about that guy the other day, and I was going to ask you about that because it's one of those guys that comes in. And look, when the guy like that comes in, it could be 5 or 6 days of just mundane, fiends coming in there trying to get $20. So they hired a bodyguard to protect everybody from Sonny. Yes. Isn't today's country just what we called Southern rock back in the 70s? No, I'd say it's totally different than that, Freddie. Today's country is hip hop mixed with, they throw a little banjo over a hip hop beat. It's changed. And I think for a minute there, it was trying to be Southern rock, but now it's hip hop, man. Look, I was on the road with a major duo. I'm not going to call out names or whatever, opening for this major duo. And they had a backstage after party after these arena shows. That's where the fun is. That's where everybody's woohoo and knocking them back and whooping it up and all that. And dude, they had nothing but rap playing in that after party room. That's all they listened to. Me, I'd be cranking up Guns N' Roses and Van Halen and stuff like that. That would be my idea of an after party. But these guys were all, they would get their flow. How they write their songs would be it's like a hip hop flow. It's almost like they tapped into a market because there are a lot of white kids that listen to hip hop and rap. And so they picked up the cadence and the flow of that stuff and put it to a country beat like Jelly Roll and all that stuff. So that's what it is. That's what it is. If I wanted to be that guy and write that kind of music, I would start listening to rap all day, and then I would pick up my guitar and put some twangy riffs over a hip hop beat and write lyrics that have that flow, Right on. Red Velvet Pancakes next. Right on. If you know, you know. You know. Where is the Van Halen poster? Well, Chris, I mixed it up a little bit in here. I'm trying some different things. I've got this, it's basically a spare bedroom that I'm keeping my stuff in and shooting my videos in. And I've got a whole wall on the other side of all my different posters and things. Some of them I had too much stuff going on. Well, the guitar is gone also. There's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I've been shifting things around to give a fresh look. I figured for a little while, I'll put the albums up for all the people who say, "You've never done anything, you're nobody." So yeah, that stuff's up. I'm going to swap it out from time to time, and you'll see different stuff up on the wall. It just keeps things fresh. It keeps it for me too, to just come in and just have a different vibe when you walk in. I didn't have I forgot to turn the lava lamp on, so that's kind of sitting idle, but we still got our move, our mood going, make room for the first YouTube plaque. Yes, I am. That's going to be the most, I think, valuable thing I've ever achieved if I make it to the 100,000 plaque, because that I will know I 100% did myself. Yeah, with the wife and Mia helped a little bit. That Brad hair dryer. Dude, my hair. So I'll give you a story about the hair. Who was that said that? Ricky. So Ricky, we went to this mall down the street, right? And they had a Paul Mitchell, but it was a school, but they were cutting hair. And I said, man, let me go see if I can just find some rocker, chick in there or something that can cut my hair. Just take some of this weight off the top. I mean, look, if I was playing a gig and needed to rock it out, let me tell you, look at this. This is what you do, dude. You put a little product in the top, bro, and you tweeze it out, bro. You totally tweeze it. You squeeze into some skinny jeans, bro. You put on some spiky bracelets, bro. And I'm back in the game. But here's the thing. It was a school, right? And I told him, I said, look, I'm an old dude. I'm an old dude with way too much hair. But do you have somebody here that can give me a rock and roll, choppy, layered cut? And they were like, well, I think we have somebody, but they're not available now, and we're closing in like 20 minutes. So, yeah, everybody hit that like button. We got 43 people in there. How's that? Woo! Woo! So we're back from doing that. And man, chop. Yeah, I wanted to get a little chop today. Take some of the weight off the top, because man, look, it's a lot to have to deal with, every day. And dude, I don't. You know what? I'm as sober as a church mouse. But I've got that like Saturday night feeling. You ever had that where it feels like a Saturday night, man? Congratulations and welcome to the show. That's right. I'm Bad Brad and I'm bringing the flow, because it's Saturday night and we feel all right. And that's why I'm here to tell you, congratulations for making it here tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is the greatest lo-fi show that there is here on YouTube. This is it. Congratulations. You have made it. You have passed go. We're confidently moving into the second month. Dude, Paul, what's happening, brother? Erickson, everybody that's here, bro. We're confidently moving into 2025 lo-fi and superfly. Giving it to you live. XJ Bomb. Woo! Woo, dude. We're bringing it to you live. The cantina of the mind. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Cool Ramon in the house. Yes, indeed. Now, XJ is in the house. Yes, indeed. Glad to have everybody here. We're getting started early, so get those thumbs up. Let's get it rocking and rolling. We just got the Red Bull cracked. Yeah, it's $3 for 30 member videos right now. And like, man, some of those videos, I don't know if I'm ever going to release some of the ones that are in there now, because it's really kind of just it's inside information. These are stories that people could maybe guess who I'm talking about, or the people I've had many people reach out that says, I'm the guy that was this in the story, and I had to check this out. So I had a guy the other day talking about the Shock House sent me an email via Facebook, and I think his name is Dylan. And I don't know. Dylan says that he was a kid living in the valley, and he became friends with Jamie and Greg from Shock, and he was 15 or whatever, and they gave him flyers to hang out, and so then he would go out with them and help them hand out flyers, right? Which is very handy because having youth people helping you with that stuff. And apparently Dylan used to crash. He says he used to crash on the Shock House couch, and he was telling all the stories, and he said I was very, kind to him and everything, which I'm like, dude, all I wanted to do was have a good time back in those days. So he was very complimentary about me and how I treated him, and he's telling stories about how he woke up one morning and our drummer was drumming on his head, had sticks on his head because he had passed out in the living room. Well, then he tells me that his friend Pineapple. Now do I remember a guy named Pineapple? That sounds crazy, but he claims that they were walking with Greg somewhere, Pineapple and this Dylan guy and Greg, our bass player, and he said, "Oh, well, Shock," and he says, "Shock's done. We got to change the name." And he goes, he says, Pineapple said, "What about Boy Elroy?" And claiming like he had come up with the band name. So, and maybe it did. Maybe that's how it started. Greg heard it, then told management. Then management decided to run with it. And look, dude, I wasn't thinking about copyrights or trademarking names or any of that stuff. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was thought of like, hey, we'll own this name, and then I'd be just an employee. He's the one to blame. Yeah, ain't that a shame? I was just watching that Cheap Trick. Ain't that a shame? Yeah, well, that's my recollection from my perspective is they came in to rehearsal with the gig and said, "Here's your new gig, and here's what the name you're going under." But imagine if Pineapple and Dylan were walking with Greg, threw out that idea. Greg goes, "Well, that's kind of interesting." Tells management. Management then says, "Yeah, let's go with that." And do this whole thing without even dealing with me. Maybe they didn't want to deal with me. So, who knows? Who knows? There you go, Chris. Yeah. So it's I had to try and remember it. Do I remember this guy? And at first, it didn't sound like so. But then again, man, I was new there, and people were always crashing on the couch, and all kind of stuff was going on. So, man, who knows, dude? Who knows? There were people that came and went out of that house, uh, on a daily basis. Half the time, people would come, and you'll hear about it the next day. "Oh, well, dude, you should have got up. So and so came by," and you mean those people? Yeah. "Oh, they were here all night, dude." And you just, it's like, dude, I had to take a night off. There would be nights where I just go in my room, lock the door, and just hide. Coming at you live, man. How y'all doing tonight? I appreciate y'all very much entertaining me tonight. Glad to be here. What's happening, everybody? I'm out of the shower. P-Funk is in the house. and having a good night, it sounds like, Mr. P Funk with the gorilla fingers. How's everybody doing out there? Man, it's been a wild, wild day. Yes, it has. How is everybody doing? What's happening? We got 12 people in here. Let's get those thumbs up. Let's get the party rocking. I got a new t-shirt today. As you can see, this Guns N' Roses shirt. Went to a local Hot Topic, and they had a couple t-shirts. Yeah, so it's harder and harder the older you get. You start to get aged out of the band t-shirts, so you can still get a Guns N' Roses shirt. Do you put in new value pots on your HSS Strats? Nick Rambles is asking. I would assume, and what I would always do is always wire the bridge pickup, whether it's a single coil or a humbucker, always wire it to this pot, and I guarantee it's probably a 500K pot here. And then these two pickups are wired to this middle tone pot. So that way you can have the right values on each pickup. That's a great question. So yeah, now look, I haven't opened this up in a long time. So I'm pretty sure that was done by my guy. That's the deal. It pretty much did, Christian. There is actual blood. Let's see, can we see it? It's sort of faded into it, but there was blood up here, see around there. Yeah, this thing's been through a lot. It's got burn marks. There's the obligatory cigarette burn. The obligatory cigarette burn. Dude, it's the obligatory cigarette burn. Bro, it's the obligatory cigarette burn. You gotta roast and toast, and then you put your cigarette there, and then it burns while you're jamming, and you look like a rock god. It's the obligatory cigarette, dude. It's the obligatory cigarette burn, bro. Woo! Woo! I got Ace here. My wife came in to steal an Altoid.
I was looking for a
Everybody
copper.
say hi to Ace. We got Paul is in here. We got Joey in here. We got Leah in here. Oh, and Mia just came. And the whole cavalcade. We're bringing in all the guests right out the gate. P Funk is here.
Mia,
Hey Mia, Mia, you can't hang on my arm.
Yeah, you can't hang on. Are you gonna say hi to everybody?
You want to say hi? Okay, well come up here so they can see you.
ECDC.
Mia.
Oh my God, we kind of ruined the
Y'all
fun.
y'all kind of jumped the gun at the gate.
Well, we couldn't wait.
Hello, I am Mia.
Yes, you are Mia. What's happening, everybody? How is everybody doing tonight? Man, we got a great night planned ahead. We got 28 people in here, man. That is awesome. Let's get the thumbs up. Let's see how many people we can get in here in an hour. Dave is on the wrench. I believe Paul is here. Lock the doors, no visits, run the bus. Yes. What's the skinny, Erickson? The skinny is all good stuff, man. We've been, I've put out 3 videos today. I shot 4 videos. So I've got one more video tomorrow morning, big debut on the channel. Matt Bissonette from the David Lee Roth Band, from Elton John, from so many amazing artists, Joe Satriani, ELO. That's going to be debut tomorrow on the channel, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be amazing. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm scheduled to interview Jeff Berlin. That's another amazing interview. So man, it's good stuff. Then Wednesday, the JTG James Tyler guitar, the new import line from James Tyler is supposed to arrive at the house. So I might do a live unboxing. I think that might be a cool thing to do. So that's coming up. And man, it's just nothing but good stuff. Nothing but good stuff all the way around. Walked a 5K. Yeah, lots of good stuff, man. Lots of good stuff. Hard to keep up with the text. Nikos is here. All right, Nikos is here, right? Awesome. Randy, how you doing? I've been practicing the last 3 hours straight. Wow, Nikos, that's amazing. Yes, everybody get the thumbs up. Thank you, Peyton. Thank you for that. Now, I wish that YouTube would allow. What's happening, Scott? I wish YouTube would allow the chat replay to be permanently attached to the live videos, because you guys are a huge part of this channel. Paul, thank you for being here. Paul Loughran. Here's the deal, man. You guys are a huge part of this show. You guys make this show with your comments, your suggestions, your questions, your comedy. And just like the Breakfast Club, every morning, man, you can go watch a replay of the Breakfast Club. You join us in the chat every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that chat, I noticed it's still up there. So, yeah, man, I wish they would do the same thing with this. John, I'm glad to have you here. I don't know why people aren't getting notifications. Chat replays are available for reactors doing movies. Seems like it could be done here. Yeah, I think so. I think so, man. Because, like I said, man, you guys have made it a huge part of the show. You guys being here and your comments and stuff like that. And so I try to read the question. Chris got a notification. That's good. Yeah, man, it seems like YouTube numbers are down. It seems like it's been really tough. Jimmy Hunter is here. Thank you. Woo! It seems like YouTube numbers have been it's been hard to come by, man. It's been hard to keep the numbers up. I can't, I don't want to give away. I'm not going to give away everything for free. I'm not going to just dump videos out while the algorithm is it picks up after April. Erickson is saying, okay, well, you know what? I don't know. Maybe it's spring. Who knows? Rhonda, glad to have you here. I don't know what it is. John, we're glad to have you here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. This is on a upward trajectory. Daniel from Germany. You got Daniel Roth, man. We got Daniel Lee Roth from Germany, man. Numbers will rise and fall as long as the average growth continues. Yeah, exactly. And look, we're on the rise. We're now at, last I checked, we were at 14,114. You have to refresh after the notification to get to the live broadcast. Okay. Keep rising. Mr. Mojo rising. Yeah, so Nikos went and tried out a Marshall stack today, and they said, we don't use it much, it's too loud. Yeah, that's pretty much you gotta be in a metal band to do that. But so woo, we just had a time warp, dude. I had the thing queued up on my computer over there. Yeah, sorry about that, Cool Ramon. We are up. Man, I was sitting here practicing, right? I started messing with the whole, the half whole diminish. Okay, now I turned down the volume over here. So I started messing with this. That sound, right? And before I knew it, it was 7:02, and I was late. So sorry about that, guys, man. Sometimes, here's the deal. Sometimes you get lost in the whole playing guitar thing, man. You just lose track of time. Happy Saturday night. Slow. Dave Strong is here with the wrench. Paul is here with the wrench. Sorry I'm late. Like I said, I just got lost in the moment. And then because I had the future cast pulled up on my computer, my desktop over there, it created a feedback loop. So Interesting way to start synthetic sentiment. Glad to have you here. Thank you, Paul. Rhonda is here. Yeah, it is a great way to lose time to just, well, hey, let me try a new scale. Yeah, wavelength, exactly. Glad to have wavelength here. Glad to have everybody here. Need an AI Brad for tardiness, Dave. Man, I tell you what, I'm not normally tardy, but like I said, man, I picked up one of my old Strats, my old blue Strat, and it just felt like home there for a brief moment. And I got lost in the sound. I got lost in, go, hey, why don't I use this scale? This is kind of easy. Yeah, so man, I normally, to get that sound, I normally use melodic minor up a half step from the 5 chord. But because, and this is, it's very similar. The two scales are very similar. Hello, Leah. Cool, Ramon. Glad to have you here. I want to get lost in your rock and roll. There you go. So, yeah, that's the deal, man. I'm having a sparkling organic water with you. And man, we're going to have a great Saturday. Thank you, everybody, for being patient, for not the normal intro and not the normal punctuality. K-Dog, yes, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers, all y'all mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to all your mothers. That's what I'm trying to tell you. In Nashville, Tennessee, I've got the ASCAP building right there. I got Sony Music Publishing right here. I'm sitting outside. We've got a break in the weather. We don't have great light here. So the locations here are what they are. But I wanted to make sure that I kept my promise, kept my schedule. And I'm here live with you tonight from Music City. I see we have Paul here, our moderator. Let's get those thumbs up. Dave, what's up, brother? Let's try to get this thing rocking. And hopefully the weather will stick with us. You know, it's not the most, hey, Leah, what's happening? I'm here on Music Row in Nashville. We got Guitar Red here. And like I said, man, Sony Music Publishing right there. ASCAP right there. So, man, Rhonda, how you doing? I'm back here in the Music City. And this is our last night here. We have to head back in the morning. But it's been a good trip. Got to spend a lot of time with my dad. Now, look, just down the road here is RCA Studio B. That's where Elvis recorded Heartbreak Hotel. I almost thought about going down there and broadcasting from the steps where Elvis would have walked in to do that Heartbreak Hotel session. But you know what? I'm right here. We got Sony. We got, now how's the sound? Everybody hear everything okay? I know we got some traffic going in the distance, but man, I'm right here on Music Row. Now, here's the cool thing, man. I did a bunch of footage while I'm here. I did an entire walk of Music Row from this end all the way down to the end, Music Square West, and all the way back around the other way. Earl, what's happening, brother? And so that's coming to the channel, a complete stroll down Music Row in Nashville. So look for that. It took 40 minutes to walk the whole thing. So that's coming up on the channel. And lots of footage from Nashville and a special message to P-Funk from my dad. And lots of cool stuff. Man, I got to get back to Nashville and then edit everything, put it all together, try to get it out this week. Hopefully, maybe even Monday morning, but I don't know, man. Tomorrow is Father's Day, so we might just do the Father's Day stuff. Are you going to get some of that good old hot Nashville chicken? Earl, I have not had hot chicken since I've been here, but we've had some great food while we were here, and we went down to Miranda Lambert's and had dinner just a little while ago. And so we saw the madness that is downtown Nashville for a little while and then got the hell out of there, and boom, now I'm here. and just chilling right now. Who is your favorite artist for now? Dennis is saying. That's a good question, man. I don't really know who that is. Man, I'm so busy right now. I don't have time to focus on that. But hey, man, modern artists, man, I don't know. Yeah, Prince's is the original hot chicken, and we went by one of the locations of Prince's, not the original one, but we went by one the other day. So, yeah, Dennis, I mean, who would I like now? Modern artists? I don't know, man. I can't honestly say I like any that much. But as far as Nashville stuff, and look, man, in the tour of Nashville Music Row, I basically broke it down for anybody that's looking to try to make it in Nashville. All the answers to try to make it is right on these two streets, right? So you eat at but one restaurant in this whole town. Which one is that, Rhonda? Let me know which one it is. I know Rhonda's picky about food, and I get it, man. So, man, yeah, having a little tea, talking about Music City, and this area right here is not wild like downtown. We got a little bit of people coming and going. Here's the deal: Bonnaroo was canceled this weekend, the big festival, right? So a lot of the Bonnaroo people, some of them are staying at the hotel and partying up at the pool right now. George, what's happening, brother? So we've got our moderators here. We've got 31 people in here. Let's get those thumbs up. And you know what? We got some people walking down the street. We got a little bit of movement here. And if there's any question, just a Mexican restaurant in my neighborhood called Five Agaves. I think I've had Five Agaves. Five Agaves is good. Earl. So Earl mentioned Groon's Guitars. I did get to go to Groon's. And I did film a little bit in Groon's. And I ran into a buddy down at Groon's and got a little bit of footage there at Groon's. And I'll tell you more about the trip to Groon's. But it was a really interesting conversation I had with the girl at the front desk who was a fan of the channel. And so I talk about that in one of my videos. I shot a bunch of videos here at the hotel. And yeah, here's the deal. So people are asking, why was Bonnaroo canceled? Well, they had a torrential downpour the other day. And the new campsites at Bonnaroo got flooded, like brutally flooded. And so they basically had to get all of the people with flooded campsites out of there, canceled the whole weekend. They said you'd get 75% of a refund, right? Because they had 1 day of Bonnaroo. And then the people whose campsites were flooded, they got taken out of there first. The people who still had campsites that were safe were basically had to wait until they could evacuate them out of there. Steve, what's happening? So, yeah, man, so they canceled it. I mean, so I think you've got a lot of Bonnaroo people here. It is, Mike H. It's essentially like that, camping for 3 days. So, when I was coming out here, there was like 4 or 5 girls getting on the elevator to go up to the rooftop pool. And they said, well, if Bonnaroo's canceled, we can at least go up to the pool. So that's what's happening with that. There's a bunch of people in town from Bonnaroo, which has made the town very busy. Downtown is wild, man. It's absolutely crazy, and I don't think I'd have good enough signal to broadcast down there. So that's the deal. But yeah, man. It's a unique situation when a huge festival like that. Hello, CC, glad to have you here. Yeah, look, man, I like my idea of camping is a Motel 6, right? I don't have any interest in going and eating tofu and Milwaukee's Beast and laying being in a dirty field. I don't have any desire to deal with that. But Joff, how you doing, brother? Oh, you're going to see Steven Adler tonight. All right. So we've got Foxy Rocks is playing on that bill tonight. We've had Foxy Rocks on the channel. So yeah, that's going to be a good show tonight, man. And it's still early out in California, so it's what, like 4 o'clock? So that's going to be a great show, man, at the Whiskey tonight. But man, we've been going and going on this trip, and so man, I'm be thankful to get back home.
And man, I want to thank everybody for letting me just blow off some steam and play some guitar tonight. And thank the moderators, Paul and Dave. Thank the regulars, Freddie B and Shauna and Gregory. And thank you everybody for the super chats. The wig is hot tonight. The world's so hot tonight. But where will I be tomorrow? That was a massive shred fest. I just had to get it out of my system, man. I just had to have some fun. So, man, thank you everybody for an amazing night. Thank you for everybody, all the super chats, everybody that helped out tonight, man. It's been absolutely amazing. You guys friggin' rock. So I want to say a very heartfelt thank you to everybody for tuning in to this special best of Backstage with Bad Brad. Really a look back at how the show started, how it's evolved, how the changing backdrop changed, and production is gradually improving. And you got to see the very first episode again. You got to see and some clips throughout the episodes of the show. And man, I just have to be thankful. That's why I left, everybody's names being mentioned in there and all that, because without you, these Saturday nights, they wouldn't exist. And I'm grateful for this platform and grateful for everybody that tuned in. And just because tonight I'm not able to put on a live show, and I need to be there for my family. I hope to be there in the chat tonight as this airs. But if I'm not, know that I'm going to be thinking about every one of you, and appreciative to everybody that tunes in at this look back as the show evolves, as I evolve, as production improves, and getting to play more in these backstage episodes and figuring out how to improve the sound quality and the microphones and the visuals and all that. I know we had some snafus for a while there where everything appeared like I was a left-handed guitar player. And these are things as a one-man operation, these are things I have to work through and figure out. But man, most importantly, I'm thankful for everybody that tunes in and watches my channel. Remember, every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, there's a brand new video for everybody. And the people that join us every morning, man, it's become an amazing community. So I want to thank everybody that tunes in. And if you've never dropped a comment on a video, drop me a comment today and let me know that you're watching it. Hit the like button and subscribe, man. We're on our way now to 27,000 subscribers. Man, this has been a wild ride. I have no doubt we're gonna hit some big numbers soon, and we're gonna start to see this snowball roll faster down the hill. So thank you everybody for tuning in for this look back blast from the past of the Backstage with Bad Brad episodes. And while I couldn't include clips from every single episode, man, perhaps we'll do more of these blasts from the past in the future. Thank you everybody for tuning into this. Thank you, and may you have an amazing evening and an amazing life. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.